Hey, it's a hectic period for me right now. Kicking off a number of new projects at Naluri and completing a fundraising round. And of course, the Broken Crayon video that's now on iflix, and also follow-up activities and interviews with the 30 Days and 30 Years book that I've got out there. So thanks for all the feedback, especially for the book and the video and how I can improve it. And I especially want to acknowledge questions and comments that I received on my recent Positively Personal video series on networking and pitching and getting connected to potential investors, clients, or employers. And specifically, there was one question of, should we be networking with our direct competitors? So my quick answer to that is yes. When we were at Astro, we would have these occasional formal lunches between the senior management team of Astro and the senior management team of Media Prima. When I was at AirAsia X, we would have meetings one-on-one with CEOs of other airlines. At iflix, the competing video on demand services in Malaysia would get together and talk about common topics like piracy or censorship or other industry development issues that we shared. And even now at Naluri with digital health, I reach out to entrepreneurs and founders who are much more advanced than us, and we have a lot to learn from them, but also making time for new entrants, people who want to get into this digital health space. So as founders and CEOs, I find this to be a valuable endeavor for us to use our time to build connections with our direct competitors. And for me, a couple of points. Number one, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it, right? So if you go to these meetings expecting not to reveal anything at all, not wanting to share any information, but expecting your competitor to be an open book and tell you stuff, that's not likely to happen. So you want to plan ahead and decide what are the topics that you're going to be comfortable talking about, whether it's your outlook on the industry, your thoughts on government regulations and industry developments, or even suppliers and features about the product, what works and what doesn't work, but also things that you definitely don't want to talk about, whether it's sort of your revenues or the clients that you're serving. And I think it's important that this is planned proactively ahead, because for me the guide is to make sure that it has at least one very useful insight, because otherwise, if there's nothing of value, a competitor may not be interested to meet you for a follow-up meeting. And generally, there's always a time in the future where you do want to have these communication channels open. And secondly, you also don't want to deliberately lie and be deceptive and deceitful, because that will impact your reputation, and it's not just with your competitor, but it will go out to suppliers and governments and people, and that's not a very classy reputation to be built on as someone who is deliberately untruthful. So on balance, networking with competitors is a valuable endeavor, provided that we approach it proactively with a structured approach rather than winging it at unanticipated chance encounters. So with that, thank you very much for all the comments. Please keep those suggestions and future topics coming along, and all the very best.